What's up, fam? Just laying here in bed, trying to unwind. I had a very long day today. Had to drive to Atlanta, Georgia, pick up a car. Turned around, came right back home. Tomorrow I have to drive to Baltimore, Maryland, because on Friday, the 24th, I'm having my trial. Pre-trial hearing. I'm having my pre-trial hearing to find out whether or not I'm going to be looking at up to 35 years in prison in Baltimore, Maryland. Felony first count is felony assault, felony first degree assault, punishable by up to 25 years in prison. The second charge is second degree assault, which is punishable by up to 10 years in prison. So 25 and 10 is 35. So what happened is I got into a verbal altercation with a Baltimore City police officer, sergeant, not sure which one. Incident escalated. My car was broken down. I had my hazards on. And I use hand controls because I don't have legs. So I use my hands to drive. And I took my car to a tire shop called Mr. Tire in Baltimore. And they did some work. And they removed my hand controls. And they didn't put them back on properly. So my car was disabled because of it. Long story short, my hazards were on. I was broke down at the stop sign. There was plenty of room for the vehicles behind me to go around. There were 2 or 3 vehicles behind me. One of them was the Dodge Durango, black in color, with that zero tint on it. You can't see nothing in, nothing out. He started yelling, cursing, moved his fucking car right now. Moved his vehicle before I have it towed. I'm late for work. Then he saw I had a lift sticker on the back of my I was yelling back at him, cursed back at him, I said, make me drive it, motherfucker. He said, drive, motherfucker. I said, make me drive, motherfucker. He said, I'm the fucking police. I have this shit towed. I said, well, motherfucker, if you the police, give me some help. Give me some assistance. I'm late. I'm late for roll call. Okay, whatever. He jumped in his Durango, and he sped around the vehicles that were in front of him. Also stopped at the stop sign. My daughter was one of those vehicles, Janaea Danielle. She was in her vehicle with her son and her fiance. So, we yelling back and forth with each other. So he jumps in his truck and speeds around the corner. I'm standing in between my door and the driver's seat, balancing myself, one arm. I have one leg on because I can only drive. I don't drive with my legs. I drive with my hands. My legs don't fit in there. So I put one leg on, stood up, and we're standing there yelling back and forth. I'm standing there with one arm on the door and one arm on the roof of the car. And we yelling like two thugs in the street. Like 2 niggas in the street. That's what we did. So it escalated. He sped around the corner. He blocked my vehicle so that I couldn't get out. And, he alleges that I pointed my gun at him, which they say is a felony in the state of Maryland. Now, that never occurred. I never pointed my gun at him. But anyway, he chased my daughter and I after I jumped in the car and drove off. He chased my daughter and I almost ran my daughter off the road with the baby in the car. Chased us into a Exxon gas station. I took the red light and they all followed him behind me. where I was met at the Exxon gas station by 4 Ford Explorers, Baltimore County Police, that were waiting for me. Because, here's what happened. He was on his phone the whole time he was chasing me, okay? He was either talking to his desk sergeant or another officer, or so he had to be talking to the desk sergeant. He gave them my tag. He ran my tag. South Carolina, you run the tag. When the officer run the tag, he going to find out if you carry concealed, the officer's going to know. It's linked to your license. He called the desk sergeant or whoever he got the information from, found out I carried concealed. Now, I did pull my weapon out in the holster at the gas station. Yes, I did. Because I saw 4 Ford Explorers with police officers in them. I was being chased by a Hispanic male that looked black in a black skull cap or whatever, dark clothes. He looked like a thug. Okay? I'm in Baltimore. I ain't got no fucking legs. Okay? What I'm saying is this. Even if I did point my fucking gun, which I didn't, because I'm a retired New York City police detective, I am trained not to pull my weapon unless I intend to use it to eliminate the threat. Okay? Now, let's look at the climate we're in. We're in Baltimore. I'm a black man. 2 dogs in the car. You telling me that I pointed my gun at a police officer and I wasn't killed? That don't even make sense. Let's go a little bit further than that. We're talking about a 12-year veteran. This officer's been on the job for 12 years. When you're a police officer, you represent your city, your state, your municipality, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You're never off duty. Okay? If that officer in Baltimore is the best that Baltimore has to offer in the form of courtesy, professionalism, and respect, you mean to tell me you got one of your officers out here running around cussing out disabled stranded motorists instead of offering assistance? Now, if you late for roll call, I'm pretty sure you could call in and let your desk sergeant know, your lieutenant, if you're a sergeant. Let your higher-ups know, hey, listen, we got somebody here. Fuck that. You ain't got to call them. Just call 911. You see my hazards on. You see a disabled motorist. But no, you want to act like a fucking thug, and you were met with that same fucking thug behavior. That same mentality you presented, you were met with, and you couldn't handle that shit. Officer, I'm not going to say your name because it's not necessary yet. You mean to tell me that that's the best you could do, officer? Deplorable. That's absolutely fucking deplorable that you would have. Yo, listen, let me tell you what happened. So they arrested me, okay? They 95'd me, okay? They took me to Tosin. No, I went to Tosin the next day. They took me to Baltimore. They took me to 2 different, I was in 2 different jails, okay? They took my legs from me. But on the ride to the second jail, I'm going to get to the ride to the second jail because I had 2 seizures while I was in their custody. I told them that I needed my medication. They completely ignored me. I had to go to I was transported to the hospital in handcuffs. I don't remember the name of the hospital. I don't remember. I was vomiting so bad in that cell. So, they took me to the hospital. They gave me the medications I needed all while I was handcuffed to the bed. Handcuffed to the bed. I ain't got no legs. Y'all took my fucking legs. Where am I going? Huh? Where am I going? Y'all took my legs. Handcuffed me to the bed. Also handcuffed me while transporting me to the jail. Okay? They broke my prosthetic legs when they put them in the back of the Explorer. So, I had to get my legs repaired. And the cost is astronomical. I had to get my prosthetic legs repaired. I have 2 new legs now. I'll show them to you. Here they are. Here's one of them. And here's the other one. Some prosthetic legs. Brand new. Just got them. Because they destroyed the other ones. So, I was in my cell. Began vomiting because I hadn't had any medication whatsoever. I take 13, 14 pills before 10 o'clock every day. Okay? Hadn't had my medication, so they took me to the hospital for the vomiting. Got back from the hospital. They started processing my paperwork. I told them that I felt that that a seizure was coming. Told them what medications I needed. Nothing. They told me I was supposed to be transported up to medical. They did nothing. They put me back in that fucking cell without my legs. So I had a seizure and I fell and I was like wedged in between the toilet and the wall. We got the metal toilets in there, so my body was wedged between the toilet and the wall. I guess the lady heard me screaming or whatever, and she started banging on the glass, telling the officer to come and open the door, come open the door. So then they gave me 2 injections of my medications. I think it was a Tegretol and something else. And the seizure started to calm down. And then they transported me upstairs to medical, where I was supposed to be from the time I came into the fucking jail. That's where I was supposed to go. They didn't do that. Had the seizures. I busted up the side of my head over here and my neck. I'm supposed to be wearing a neck brace, but I don't have it on right now because it's dirty. I have to wash it. So it's getting washed. But I got neck injuries. I mean, my head was, I was wedged between a fucking toilet and a concrete wall. There's not much space in these little cells. I don't know if y'all ever been in a cell, but very little space. There's no mat, no cot. They give you a flat, there's some shit, and there's just a hump on the wall. It's like a built-in concrete bench. Yo. Anyway. So, when they were transporting me to the Tosin jail, they transported me with some fucking dope deal or whatever. So he's sitting there and he's doing all this fucking fidgeting. I'm like, what the fuck? So he like, yo, man, you take dope. The officer wasn't in the vehicle yet, walking around to after he just put him in. He put me in first, and I had to wedge myself so that he could get in. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, he tried to give me some kind of pill. He said, yeah, man, I gotta get rid of this fucking pill, man. This dope pill, man. You do dope? You need dope? You want some dope? I'm like, what the fuck? I went through all of this because this fucking police officer lied on me, okay? Keep this in your fucking mind. Anyway, I don't know what he did with the pill, whatever. He clearly didn't take it in the fucking jail, because I'm sure they would have found it. But anyway, I don't know what he did with the shit. But this what I had to be subject to? Really? Okay. So we get to the jail now, and I can't, they telling me, first of all, they had to cut the strings on my polo sweatsuit. You know what I'm saying? My polo sweatsuit. They had to cut the strings on my suit because you can't have fucking strings in the jail and shit. So I'm like, yo, how the fuck am I supposed to hold my sweatpants up? He's like, oh, that's your problem, bro. You got to deal with that. Okay. I ain't got no fucking legs, and now I got to figure out how I got to hold up sweatpants. But I guess it's a good thing. I mean, I didn't scar up my legs because at least I had my sweatpants to cover my knees, my stumps. My stumps. Yeah, these are my stumps right here. That's my stumps. These, my stumps. See them? That's what they are, my stumps. Yeah. So I had my sweatpants on, dragging myself around that fucking cell like a fucking ape. All because this officer said that I pointed my gun at him. I'm very calm right now because I've been crying for almost a month every night. I cry like a fucking newborn baby without a pacifier because this shit really traumatized me. For real. This situation has really fucked me up. Seriously. I'm an angry fucking man. I'm an angry motherfucker. Seriously. I'm really fucking angry. I'm angry at the fucking world. You know what I'm saying? I'm on home health care. I'm on home health right now for 9 weeks. For 9 weeks, you know what I'm saying? My nurse come in here 3 times a week. I'm on home. I'm going through a lot, I had my fucking brain opened up 2 years ago for fucking brain cancer. I mean, how much can one fucking man take? Seriously. So long story short, I'm going to court Friday to find out my fate. To find out my fate. This is fucking crazy. For 47 years, I've stayed above board with the law. I've been the law. But now, this is what I must deal with. So, it is what it is. I don't know what else to say. Attorneys want $4,000 for the first charge. They want $2,000 for the second charge. I don't qualify for a public defender because I own too much shit. But yet, I had to ask my mama for $100 today so I could get some gas. What the fuck is going on in my life? I'm going to have to sleep in my truck tomorrow night with my dogs before I go to court. Because I can't even fucking afford a hotel. This is what my life has come to. But you know what? I'm going to still continue to be successful. Because I'm indomitable. Don't let nothing stop you, man. I ain't gonna let nothing stop me. They might try to throw me in prison. Okay. All right. Well, I definitely plan on litigating Baltimore. The police department. The jail. Yeah, I am. I'm gung-ho for Baltimore's ass. Because they gung-ho for mine. I'm done, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, share, subscribe. This is a long video. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to rant this long. I didn't mean to go off this long, but I don't even remember what this video was supposed to be about. Oh, it's supposed to be about me picking up these cars, you know, because that's what I do. So I'm going to be getting me some shut-eye now. I done had my little cry for the night, you know. I done licked my wounds. I'm going to get up in the morning and do it all over again. I got to drive to Baltimore to pick up another car. 2006 Cadillac DTS, navy blue in color, like the one I sold last month. All right, y'all. I'm going, man. Listen, I'm not a believer, so don't pray for me, man, because you're just going to piss your God off, okay? It's going to be what it's going to be, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Like, share, subscribe. And you know how I do. I'm out this motherfucker. Church.